name is Phila Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I'm going to make an appeal. I always make an appeal at the beginning of my videos for you guys to hit the subscribe button, or the like button, or the share button, or all three. Want to go crazy? Hit all three! It's free for all, baby. You can do what you want. And you know what? Firstly, I'm genuinely appreciative if you do that. I really am. I mean, I know that every YouTuber says that at the beginning of every video, but genuinely, whenever I get a new subscriber, I go, "Ooh!" I'm all excited. I want to show you how much I appreciate your support. I'm giving away stuff. I am giving away stuff to whoever applies for it. So the stuff I'm giving away this week is Doctor Who: The Green Death. Fantastic Pertwee story. Do you know the year it comes from? It will be. Oh my god, I can't read it. 73. See, I gotta start wearing glasses. From 1973, starring John Pertwee and Katy Manning. This is a special edition. It's got fantastic extras on it. It's a fantastic story. Hope you enjoy it. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel. That's the important part. Subscribe to the channel and leave the hashtag, what are we using this week? Maggots. Maggots is what we're using. Hashtag maggots. And you can put that on Facebook, on Twitter, here, wherever you want. And you're entered into the prize drawing. We do the drawing on the TARDIS Zones on Sunday, right after the current episode of Doctor Who airs. So that's going to be the Ascension of the Cyberman, whatever the Cyberman one is going to be called on Sunday. It's about 9 o'clock UK time. Work it out for yourself. 9 o'clock UK time is, I think, like 4 o'clock US time on the East Coast and 1 o'clock on the West Coast. So again, anything else, you can work it out for yourself. Okay. So that's all. That's the begging and the spiel. Although, good luck if you went to Jen. Good luck. I really like. I just sent off all the pack. I was like behind. I sent off all the packages of the people who won recently, and it's really fun doing it. I really like giving my crap to you guys, and I don't really understand why, but I do. Okay. We're doing a deep dive into Doctor Who's ratings, which are, I want to be categorical here, the worst of the modern era. I should have done some research into season 26, which I'm still waiting for my Blu-rays to arrive from Amazon UK. Please, Amazon UK, find it for me. And they don't even have a tracking number, because I think they must have entered it wrong. There was some scanning it. So I've got to wait till the 27th before I can declare it lost. And by that time, I can't even buy it from Amazon, because now it's all sold out. I've got to pay like double to get it replaced. I think I hold out for the American version that comes out on March 24th. But I'm hoping my season 26 arrives at some point. But anyway, I didn't look up the ratings. I'm just talking about the modern era. And there's a lot of shenanigans going on already, Okay, so I think it's fair to compare final figures with final figures. So let's talk about what final figures are. I've created some handy-dandy visual aids that should hopefully express everything for you guys. So here we go. Let's start off with this one. Doink. I'll move over here. So this is called the overnights. Overnights is people who watch it overnight, watch it on the TV as it airs. That's it's basically what it says. And then you got something called the consolidated figures. This one over here. This is the one that they're really looking at, right? They're comparing right now to Capaldi's consolidated figures. Why are they comparing it to Capaldi's consolidated figures? Because they want to ignore this figure, which the BBC releases as a final figure. A consolidated figure is after a week of people watching it on iPlayer. They add those numbers in. They traditionally gets anything between a 1.2 to 1.3 bump right now. It started off, it was getting like a 1.5 or nearly 2 million bump, but it's gone way down. So then the third figure, and this is where the final figures come from, and this is the one I think we should compare to make it, so we're comparing apples to apples here, is called the +4 screen. So that's where the final figures come from. So the area of confusion, I think, is this, that where the final figures came from in 2017 isn't the +4 screen, it's this thing. It's the L+28. Okay, so the way BBC came up with the final figures in 2017 is L+28, and now they use the +4 screen. I think they did that to so they can accurately compare. They can glean accurate data. So thus far, as I said, I think we need to compare final scores with final scores. So the final scores in 2020 is the +4 screen, and in 2017 it's the L28 plus. Okay, so It's not good. It's not good. It's the worst. It's the worst ratings ever. Now people will go, oh, it's just the same as McGann. It's not. Yeah, I'm not McGann. Halavai. It's just the same as Capaldi. There's no real difference. So let's have a look at that. Here's a chart I created. I actually did some work for you guys. Say here's a chart I created which maps season 12. That's going to be in blue, and season 10. That's going to be in orange. So let's have a look at that. Okay, that I think is reasonably conclusive. Can you guys see that? Let me make it bigger. I'll screw it over here. So yeah, the orange line is season 10. You know what? Let's make it easier. The high score up there at the end is where's it? How do I get there? Yeah, high score up here at the end. That's Twice Upon a Time. Some people they don't want to include Twice Upon a Time. Just I think you should if you're including holiday episodes to come up with, if you include a holiday a special with Whittaker Chibnall, you should include it with Capaldi. But okay, let's say you don't want to do that here. This makes it a little bit clearer to see as well. If we switch to this chart. So again, the blue line is season 12 and the orange line is season 10. We can clearly see it's the lowest rated season ever. And now at the bottom over here, where is it? How do I get to it's very hard to point back. See at the bottom, I can't really point to it. That's 4.9. That was the final viewing figure for what's that awful episode they called? Can You Hear Me? Yeah, that was the final viewing figure for Can You Hear Me? The overnights for last night's for this week's episode. The Haunting of Villa Dildio. I can't remember what it's called. That the overnight for that had a little bit of an increase. It was 3.85, whereas Can You Hear Me? It was 3.81. But again, let's turn this off so we can see what we're talking. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep it on because well, let's look at the US figures as well. So maybe this is just a UK phenomenon. Let's have a look. So this is the US viewing figures. Again, they're much lower. You see, it's in the highest point is 1.145 and the low is 0.405. That's 405,000 people. Here, you know what? Let's make it easy. We'll take out Twice Upon a Time. Make it easier for people to see. Fine. Let's have a look there. So, as again, you can see, this is the lowest rated episode ever. The only time it dipped up to the levels of season 10 was episode 5. The episode 5 would have been is that the one with the Ruth Doctor? They previewed Captain Jack. That would make sense. But this is the lowest rated season of all time. We go up to episode 7, which was Can You Hear Me, which got a 0.405. That's 400,000 people. Just 405,000 people watched that episode. So, yeah, guys, it's not successful. Okay, it's not successful. Are you using any metric you want to describe? It's not successful. We can actually use another metric as well. Something called AI. Let's have a look at AI. AI is called audience appreciation index, I believe. So this is Peter Capaldi's last year. I'm always using season 10 because that's the lowest rated season prior to season 12. So AI is a score between 0 to 100, I believe, and anything above 85 is considered a good rating. In the 80s is pretty good. Anything below the 80s, it's not so great. And we can see Capaldi's scores were for the pilot it was 83, Smile 83, Thin Ice 84, Knock Knock 83. Oxygen 83, Extremis 82. I kind of really like that 3-part. Everybody hated it. I really kind of liked that old 3-parter. Extremis 82, Pyramids at the End of the World 82, 82 for Lie of the Land. Emperors of Mars got 83. Eaters of Light got an 81. Yeah, I can hear that. And they finally cracked 85 with World Enough for Time. I really like that 2-parter as well. And the Doctor Falls got an 83. Well, let's compare that to 2020. And I don't have the. This is from last week. I didn't bother making you a new chart for this week. So again, we have Spyfall 182, Spyfall 282, awful 55, 75, 77. What was episode 4? I can't even remember what the bloody calls. Got a 79. The Roof Doctor 1 got an 83, and then back down to 78 for Praxius. You know what? Let's close this, and let's pull up the data for that. I actually had it all ready to look at, and it is. Oh no, I'm on the wrong one. Oh, season 12. This is season 12. So season 12 also got 78. The episode 7 also got a 78. 1 second, I thought they had the AI for last night's episode as well out. Let's have a look. No, I am mistaken. It also got 78. So we see the AI is also significantly down. The AI is audience appreciation. So there is no metric that can be honestly and accurately looked at that can say that this isn't a failure. This is a failure. This is the lowest ratings since, what was it, 89? That's what, 32 years? It's the lowest rating. This is not successful. Yeah, if you like, oh, by the way, I want to be clear. Look, if you love this Doctor, if you love the Jodie Whittaker Doctor, fine. I have no beef with you. We have different tastes. And yeah, again, just as you guys are very quick to shout out, you question our motives. You call people who hate the Chibnall era sexist, racist, whatever the crazy things you call us. You question our motives. I question your motives. I think that you just like the strong ideological stance, which you then completely deny exists. I mean, really? Come on, you know it's there. We know it's there. We all know it's there. I know it's embarrassing to you to deny to say it exists, but it exists. So again, the shenanigans that have been going on with using the consolidated figures as opposed to the final figures, the reason they do that is because, let's look this up. Because on the consolidated in 2017, Eaters of Light, which got the lowest rating, was 4.73, whereas the consolidated for Can You Hear Me was 4.76. So they go, oh, we're not the lowest ever. That's why they're using that rating. That's why they keep using that figure. No. Use the final figures, the ones that put out from the BBC. The lowest rated episode up until now was 5.12 million, and now the lowest rated episode is 4.9 million, which is Can You Hear Me? Jodie Whittaker's tenure as the Doctor is a failure. It's an utter failure. Now again, if you like it, that's great. I have no problem. But the people who are supportive of this era have been screaming to us because they've got a very high opening number. That it's incredibly popular. No, it's not. No, it's not. The ratings have been on a constant nosedive pretty much since they started. I'm sorry. That's just the reality. And the reason now that's just the numbers. I'm using the supposition that the reasons that it's been going in a nosedive isn't because less people are watching. The Jodie fans will go, oh well, just less people are watching TV now. So that's just the way it is. It's nothing to do with her. Yes, it is. The reason less people watch TV now because TV is filled with ideological garbage that's designed to alienate 50% of the audience, probably more. And that's why the other 50% pretend it's not there, and they scream and they love it. That's why viewership has gone down. That's merely my opinion. I was saying this back and forth on Facebook yesterday with this guy who said, no, TV. The TV landscape has not changed at all. It's just I don't know what his point was. I kept asking, what is your point? So he asked me to provide, can you give me examples? And I gave him loads. Like Saturday Night Live, Jimmy Kimmel, all the late night, virtually all of the news media. I just kept everything. And he's like, you haven't given me any examples. So these guys are crazy. They're simply crazy. It's some kind of ideological obsession with them that this is not a failure. And I'm sorry, The only metric we have, the only objective metric we have is audience numbers. If this was popular, if this was popular, I'd be kind of sad, but I could easily walk away from it. But it's not popular, which means that this garbage that you're trying to force down our throat isn't working. You know, we're not consuming what you're telling us to consume merely because you want to make some progressive social point. And now onto the wider point, like at last a woman is a doctor, because comes from this idea that women are somehow discriminated against and oppressed in Western society. To which I say poppycock. You know, honestly, I can't think of a more privileged group of people than white. I'm gonna bring skin color into it because they always do. That white college educated women. I cannot think of a more privileged group of human beings that have ever existed on the face of the earth. So I understand crappy things happen to women. I also understand crappy things happen to men. No one's having it great. And, they will say, well, back in, up in 100 years ago, women had no rights. No, idiots, nobody had any rights. You had about 0.5% who controlled everything, or probably less. And then everybody had absolutely awful time going on, men and women. They just had different levels of awfulness. But, I think they still managed to, live good lives and stay cheerful. I'm really, this victimhood mentality is not good for anyone. If you're into it, it's not good for you. You need to look to the future, not to the past, to be a successful person, to be a happy person. That's what I would suggest. So, just to recap, Jodie Whittaker's a failure. Actually, you know what? I would say it's not nice to just pin it on her. Is Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall are a failure? They're an objective failure. That probably won't stop them sticking around. We probably got them for Whittaker we probably got for another year. Although I'm hoping against hope that that Dalek episode they leaked pictures from. We saw Daleks on Southwark Bridge or wherever it was. Is a final episode, her regeneration episode, and they're going to will that out and then move on to another Doctor and hopefully another showrunner. I just don't see it happening. I really wish. Thank God there's Big Finish. Okay, that's all I can say. Thank God there's Big Finish. Otherwise, I would be a bit sad. My name is Sheila Beck and the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Put your comments in the comment section. Again, if you can hit the subscribe button, fan dabby double dozy. Thank you very, very much, and have yourself a fantastic day.